Well, we're standing here right now. It's the first morning of the CETW show in New York. I'm standing next to this tall gentleman here, Joe Pine. He was the keynote speaker from this morning. He had some incredible ideas about augmented reality, but we're going to kind of get into that. He's the author of the book, Infinite Possibility. Thank you so much for joining us, first of all, taking a little bit of time out of your day. Talk to us about your book first, because this has a lot of implications for this space.
Well, what the book does is it provides a sense-making tool to help people make sense of this explosion of digital technology that we see around us. And how do you know what to use? How do you know what's going on in that? And so the core of the book is a framework I call the multiverse that describes 8 different ways that you can use technology to be able to engage your customers. And that's what it's all about. It's about how you create experiences that effectively fuse the real and the virtual.
Interesting. So this is going to be something that technology is going to carry us towards naturally, this multiverse. The keynote this morning, what were some of the biggest points, and how does that relate to this space?
Well, first, I keyed off of my previous book, which is The Experience Economy, that says that we're shifting from an economy based on experiences, that goods and services are no longer enough, and that's why customer engagement, right? Yep. Customer engagement is key. You've got to engage your customers. But then now your customers are carrying around all this wonderful technology with them with the smartphones. So how do you use that to really augment their reality is one of these 8 realms of the multiverse. And how to use other things like, think about alternate reality as a way of taking your virtual experience out into the real world and get your customers to work together and engage them in a puzzle, in a game that centers around your offering.
Absolutely. I've played with one of these Nintendo 3DS things with the you get the face on the bubble and you shoot it around the actual room. It's an incredible experience right there. So where is all of this stuff going ultimately? You talk about multiverses, but if it's infinite possibility or singular, then is it all going to kind of come to a head at some point?
Well, the thing is that yes, in terms of all of these realms just sort of melt away. And the ultimate is where you don't know if you're in the real world and virtual world. You don't know if you're using just material substances or digital substances. You've got it all working together to create one experience that engages your customers. So there's, but it is infinite possibility, and meaning that we are anywhere near the end. There is no end to what we are able to do because we are creating new worlds out of our imagination, and of that there is no end.
We should get together and discuss this on my rooftop with the hookah. This has been very fascinating. We really appreciate the time, Joe. Have a good show.
All right.